Very good evening, all, and let us discuss this topic called the entrepreneurial manager, the catalyst for growth and innovations. Is a very apt topic for the current scenario as well as for the in the current period. So, if you talk about this particular topic, if you want, let us understand a little bit more about the detail on this particular topic. Today, we are in this AI world. Okay, the world is really changing very fast, extremely fast. So today, any employee in an organization, not only an employee, any entrepreneur, anybody, you have to have an entrepreneur mindset. So this entrepreneur mindset is nothing but the way of thinking. It is just not only limited to a startup, but it is applicable to each and every employee, right from the entire value chain, right from the entry level till the top managing director. So it's a very important skill. Entrepreneur mindset, I'll again repeat, it is a very important skill for the managers, irrespective of the size of the organizations. Because as today organizations have to really grow very fast, and they also have to be innovative. Their culture of innovation has to be there. So this entrepreneur mindset is a very important skill to be cultivated by everyone in an organization. And why this entrepreneur manager is critical in this today's business landscape? Number one reason is today the business is changing very rapidly. Change is the only constant thing in the entire aspect of the things. And so the businesses have to be really adapting very fast and very quickly. They need to be highly proactive, and they need to have a lot of proactive strategies to stay ahead of the curve. So this is the number one point why entrepreneurial thinking is very critical in today's business landscape. Now, the second point is disruptive innovations. Today, a lot of technologies and a lot of new business models are coming very frequently, and they are disrupting all the traditional businesses. Hence, any business today, irrespective of the size as well as irrespective of the number of years in the business, need a very important strategic approach, forward-thinking approach, where they can actually identify and leverage the new opportunities. Now, third is the competitive edge. Now, entrepreneur managers, today managers are supposed to be entrepreneurial in nature. These entrepreneur managers create a lot of new things. They first of all create a culture of creativity, which is very important in the organizations. This culture of creativity helps organizations to outmaneuver the competitors, which is very important part of the competitive landscape, and thereby capturing new markets. So net, if you talk about this entrepreneurial thinking within this particular era, very rapid change and constant flux, it is definitely no longer a luxury. It is definitely a very important necessity for survival and success. And let us quickly understand the conceptual understanding of what is an entrepreneur manager. An entrepreneur manager is not definitely necessarily need not necessarily be the one who's actually starting a new company, but they could be also individuals who are already there in an established organizations. Now, what are they mainly have to? What are the main characteristics of this one? Is actually you identify and pursue new opportunities, even though when the resources are very limited. We talk about resources, the money as well as the time as well as the labor, technical expertise, and a lot of resources. And they act as the champions who champion the new and the innovative ideas, and they always challenge the status quo. This is a very important stuff. Challenging the status quo. This is what an entrepreneur manager also very clearly does. Third is taking very calculated risk. So that what happens in whatever the change they are trying to do, there is a very significant impact, and also drive internal growth. So these are the three areas, and these are actually the employees inside the organization. These are also called entrepreneurs. They inject a lot of energy into the large enterprises. So this is actually the mindset which we need for an entrepreneur mindset. They need to have a very clear reactive problem-solving mindset to a proactive opportunity creation. This is a very big shift. It's a very important concept here. They need to move from a reactive problem-solving to a proactive opportunity creation, where they by embrace, by the way, actually they adapt flexibility, agility, and risk intelligence. And some of the other competencies of entrepreneur managers, they actually are innovation catalysts. They act as catalysts actually to bring out new and encourage new creative thinking within the teams. They are a resource maximizer. So whatever the resources are available at any point of time, their approach is always to maximize the utilization of the resource, and considering the various constraints so that the goals are achieved. And they are a very, very adaptive leaders. So they guide the teams in terms of about uncertainty, they empower decision making, and they also foster resilience. And large organizations always have this inertia or this. They also have this slowness as well as they also have these hurdles. But these sort of managers with an entrepreneurial thinking actually do a lot of these below strategies to overcome this inertia. They do a lot of alliances. They actually you get their executive buy-in to champion whenever new initiatives, because there's a lot of resistance for new initiatives. They get that buy-in and they overcome the initial skepticism by clearly demonstrating the tangible values. And they develop various strategies where they can actually improve as well as streamline the rigid process without compromising the compliance. And these are some of the examples of the entrepreneur success. Google's the 20% time. Actually, Google has a very clear policy of 20% of the time where employees can do their own innovation work. For example, because of that, innovations like Gmail and AdSense came in the page. So Post-it notes at 3M is also a very, very important example of innovation which is coming in. PlayStation, whereas an engineer, despite a lot of resistance from the organization, developed this PlayStation, which made the company enter new highly lucrative markets. So the entrepreneur culture creates a culture of where the teams are empowered to act. They encourage experimentation. They are providing autonomy to the teams, and they reward the initiative. This is a very, very important thing. Whenever the initiatives, rewarding and celebrating the individuals who demonstrate the entrepreneurial spirit, and open communication. This is also a very, very important. So this we can clearly see from the graph that how this entrepreneurial management has really driven the tangible results. And these are the final concluding remarks. So your any organization should definitely upskill the managers in terms of the entrepreneurial thinking, create the innovative hubs and empower small ones. So thank you very much for patiently listening. We look forward to the next session. Thank you.